Question. Have you been driving around and you've been seeing those signs on the floor? Vote yes on 2. Vote no on 1. Vote yes on 1 for the sun. We have been seeing these things for years, but what exactly are they telling us to vote for? Exactly. So I'm going to break down the constitutional amendments that are on the Florida ballot so that way we understand what these people are saying, and then we can actually make a conscious decision when we vote. So let's move on to amendment number 1. Alright, so Amendment 1 is the rights of electricity consumers regarding solar energy choice. And it reads, this amendment establishes a right under Florida's Constitution for consumers to own or lease solar equipment installed on their property to generate electricity for their own use. State and local governments shall retain their abilities to protect consumers' rights and public health, safety, and welfare, and to ensure that consumers who do not choose to install solar are not required to subsidize the cost of backup power and the electric grid access to those who do. Okay, who understands what I just read? Anyone understood? You? Anybody? I'll take anyone. No? Okay. All right. So breaking this thing down, as you first read it, it sounds like it's telling us that under Amendment 1, we get to use solar energy. And oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Because we're the Sunshine State. Why not use solar energy? It makes perfect sense. But here's the thing. We already have the right to use solar energy. Like right now. Like right now. Like right now. You can add solar panels to your property right now. And although it may add on to the value of your property, it does not increase the taxes that are on your property. So that's not it. We don't need Amendment 1 to use solar energy. And the part where it says people who choose not to take part in solar energy will not be subsidized to the cost, aka they will not have a financial obligation to helping in the production of solar energy. Well, we aren't really going through that right now either. So what exactly are we voting for? Well, since adding solar equipment to your property is tax exempt, that means the government don't get money. And the fact that it is solar energy, that means the utility companies are losing money. So what exactly are we voting for? We're voting to either have the involvement of the government and utilities companies, or
hey, back up! Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
Some supporters of Amendment 1 are Consumers for Smart Solar, aka the utility companies. And some organizations that are against Amendment 1 are, in fact, many environmental organizations such as Greenpeace. So vote yes if you want the utility companies and the government involved in solar energy usage, or vote no if you don't want the government involved in solar energy usage. Alright, so moving on now to Amendment numero 2. Amendment 2 is the use of marijuana for debilitating medical conditions, aka medical marijuana. Now, this is not the first time that we are voting on medical marijuana. The thing is, this time they made a couple of changes. They specified what debilitating illnesses are, they emphasized parental consent, and they addressed malpractice. But this amendment does not legalize recreational marijuana. Now, some of the illnesses that licensed physicians would prescribe medical marijuana for are cancer, HIV, AIDS, glaucoma, Crohn's disease, Parkinson's disease, and multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis. No? Yes? This one right here. This one. Okay. Okay, now this amendment is backed by many organizations such as ACLU, which is an organization that likes to fight for human rights and freedoms, and also we have NAACP, which you guys are familiar with already. Now, certain organizations that do not back Amendment 2 are Drug Free Florida Committee and Florida Medical Association. So vote yes if you agree with the medical researchers that back that marijuana has many medical benefits, and the fact that it will be used under the care of a licensed physician, and that will be strictly enforced by the state. Or vote no, because if this treatment grows, it can actually begin to cause a problem for the pharmacies that we know and that we're used to. And this just may be a ploy to legalize marijuana altogether. Alright, moving on to amendment number 3. Okay, so amendment number 3 is tax exemption for totally and permanently disabled first responders. Basically, this gives property tax exemptions for first responders who have been permanently disabled in the line of duty. It's a duty. So right now, this tax break is only available to widows of first responders and members of the military. So Amendment 3 wants to expand this tax break to survivors as well. So vote yes if you want this tax break for jail, prison, police, EMS, and fire workers who may no longer be able to make a living due to their work-caused disability. Or vote no if you don't agree with them receiving that tax break and you don't agree with helping to cover their portion. Moving on to amendment numero 11. It just kind of let me to Alicia Keys. I don't know. All right, now moving on to amendment number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Yes. Oh, amendment number 5. Okay, yes, number 5. I did not make a mistake. I purposely skipped number 4 because number 4 is not on the ballot. It was already taken care of earlier this year, and that one is also related to solar energy. If you want me to go over that amendment, you can write me a comment. You know, you can ask me to do it. I'll do it, but for the purpose of this vlog, I will not do it because it doesn't fit under the umbrella of the subject of this vlog. Alright, so amendment number 5. So basically, it's a tax break for senior citizens with a household value less than $250,000 and their income is $20,000 or less. And also under this tax break, even if their home does gain a value that is above $250,000, they will still be protected under that tax exemption. So vote yes if you feel that these home values should remain fixed for qualifying senior citizens. Or vote no if you don't agree with them getting this tax break and the fact that they're only getting a tax break because they're old people. So, alright, so those are the 4 constitutional amendments that you will find on your ballot. Now that you have an understanding of what they're actually asking and what they actually will do, go out and vote. In order for any of these amendments to pass, they have to get a 60% vote. And don't vote blindly. We're not voting blindly. We could say no more blind voting. No more. No more. No more blind. Knowledge is power, and we have been forfeiting our power because we have not been knowledgeable of the things that are going on. They don't want us to win. Nah, but we gonna come out here winning. Let your voice be heard.